Namaste and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is focused on a discipline or the science which has been widely accepted around the world. And to prove, I would give you certain statistics and certain numbers which would really throw some light on the importance of this science. By now I'm sure you must have guessed it is yoga. And to start with, I would tell you why it has been accepted widely. There are certain things which everyone speaks about yoga, and these are the kind of values fostered by yoga are without a doubt highly universal. These are the moral concepts which are shared by humanity on the whole. These are the same concepts that allow us to live together in peace. We may go as far as saying that yoga offers an ethical and moral framework for everyone, irrespective of religion, irrespective of race. And it is this framework which is compatible with anyone and everyone. And this is why it makes yoga so appealing to so many of those practicing it from any part of the world you may take. Because in the end, it all boils down to this promise of physical and mental well-being along with happiness. And it definitely works. It has worked for more than 1,000 years and it will work forever. So to start with, I would give you certain facts about yoga. Yoga is an ancient Indian science and it goes back almost 5,000 years ago. The word yoga derives from a Sanskrit word which is yuj, and that means union with one or union with supreme. It is the unification of our soul with the universal consciousness, the union of Atma with Paramatma. I'm going to share with you certain statistics about yoga. I am not too sure what are the recent developments for the last 6 months to a year. I've been referring to some articles which dates back to some 2010 as well, and there are certain articles which will give us figures for 2019. So of lately what has been seen, there have been 300 million practitioners of yoga worldwide, of which 14 million belong to the age group of above 50 years. And it has been seen that there has been increase of almost 150% in the male population of yoga practitioners. The 72% of the practitioners are women of the entire population of yoga practitioners. And now I would like to throw some light about the statistics of the powerful and the influential economies of the world, starting with US. US has embraced yoga for many years, and the numbers speak that there are almost 36 million practitioners of yoga in US, and the number has been constantly increasing every day. The second country I would want to speak about is China. China. It is estimated that almost 10 million practitioners of yogic sciences are there, and the number is going up day by day. And it is a country, we know China is a communist country, and it has been seen that unlike with Dalai Lama or Falun Gong, a spiritual discipline banned in China, yoga is being embraced by the state. So you can see the power of yoga. Chinese are embracing it. The third country I would like to speak about is Germany. Although Europe as in whole has a federation, a yoga federation of Europe, but I would specifically speak about Germany since it's one of the powerful countries. In Germany, yoga was introduced during these evening classes. There's this concept where people will gather in the evening and they would practice any hobby. And that is how yoga was introduced. And then in 1973, there was this TV program which was aired for entire German population. It was known as Yoga for Everybody. And that is when yoga started picking up. And it has picked up so well that there are so many schools. There are actually specific organizations which are dealing in yogic sciences, yogic teachings. There are teachers, there are training, there are benchmarks for passing a teacher training program. It's a 4-year program in Germany, and it is so much so that the insurance companies in Germany started reimbursing for yoga classes. So I mean, definitely they have seen the benefits of yoga, and that is why they are trying to encourage every German to practice yoga on the whole, as it is a holistic approach. I mean, it just brings down the insurance claims. So that is something that was seen. So the fourth country that I'm going to speak about is a country which has the largest growth rate of yoga in 5 years, from the year 2005 to 2010. I don't know where this country stands as of now in 2020, but the study dates back to the time I'm referring to, and I would really want you to pause this video here and write down that country if you know. So it's none other than the country known for its technological advancements and the principles that we learned during MBA. So the country is Japan. 413% of rise was seen in practicing of yogic sciences in Japan. The number moved from 295,000 to 1.22 million from 2005 to 2010. Imagine, the country which is known for its technology is embracing yogic sciences. So don't we need to ask ourselves a question as Indians? Have we missed out on anything? Are we missing out on something which we have been just given or blessed with? Have we not given deep enough consideration to the importance of yoga? Are we not paying attention to the things which already the Western world has started adopting much ahead of us, and now we are trying to inculcate in our discipline? I think it's a big wake-up call for each one of us as Indians, where we have really not understood the true potential of yoga and the yogic sciences, and have just thought of it as a mere physical fitness regime and the way to breathe, that's it. I think we definitely need to dig deeper and find out why it has been embraced by so many countries. And it is not just they have been embracing the physical discipline, they have been embracing yoga on the whole. They have been taking yoga on a holistic approach, because when it comes to Germany, there is this organization which is Benefit Yoga, which has been trademarked. And what is its motto? The tagline, what it says, it's a whole person approach to the art of healing through yoga sciences. So it's a holistic approach everybody has been adopting. So I think it's a definite wake-up call for us as Indians. And it is not that yoga is being practiced only in these 4 countries that I have mentioned apart from India. Countries like United Kingdoms, France, Brazil, Italy, Canada, Russia, South Korea, Australia, Spain, Mexico, you name anyone. I mean, yoga has been so widely accepted because the benefits are tremendous. The complete potential of a human being can be brought out through yoga. Thanks to our current Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who suggested during his speech at the United Nations General Assembly on 27th of September 2014 that an International Day of Yoga should be celebrated annually. And he had proposed the date of 21st June, as it is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere and shares a special significance in many parts of the world. And following the adoption of the UN resolution, several leaders of the spiritual movement in India voiced out their support for this initiative. The founder of Isha Foundation, Sadhguru, stated, "This could be a kind of foundation stone to make scientific approach to the inner well-being of the human being a worldwide thing. It is a tremendous step for the entire world." The founder of Art of Living, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, He said, "It is very difficult for any philosophy, religion, or culture to survive without state patronage. Yoga has existed so far almost like an orphan. Now, official recognition by the UN would further spread the benefit of yoga to the entire world." So now I would like to end my video with this beautiful quote by Adil Palkiwala. "True yoga is not about the shape of your body, but the shape of your life. Yoga is not to be performed, it is to be lived. Yoga doesn't care about what you have been, it cares about the person you are becoming. Yoga is designed for a vast and profound purpose, and for it to be truly called yoga, its essence must be embodied." So thank you, and this is Neha Sthanamina signing off. Namaste.